Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Damiano B Centola, and we're talking about the threshold of prayer, language, relationship, and access in the Lord's Prayer. Thank you for giving me a few moments of your time today. I'm sitting here in a quiet space, not on a stage, not behind a pulpit, not in a studio, but in a place where attention matters more than volume. What I want to talk about today does not require emphasis. It requires presence. This video is not designed to impress you. It is designed to invite you to slow down, because there is a difference between hearing words and entering them. For many years, I have been writing, studying scripture, language, and the way meaning moves through time. Some of you may be familiar with my work. Some of you may not. That is not important. What matters is this: the words of Jesus are not exhausted by repetition. They are often hidden by it. We assume we understand because we've heard them, but hearing is not the same as inhabiting, and memory is not the same as insight. There is one prayer, arguably the most spoken prayer in human history, that millions recite without ever pausing to ask, what is it actually doing? The Lord's Prayer. We say it in churches. We say it in the moment of crisis. We say it at the end of gatherings. But today I want to take you somewhere unfamiliar. I want to take you back, not to tradition, but to threshold. Before Jesus taught people what to say in prayer, he taught them how to approach God. An approach is everything. Yeshua, Jesus, did not invent prayer. Prayer existed long before him. What he redefined was access. He did not offer a formula. He offered a doorway. And every doorway has a threshold, a place where you shift from one space into another. The opening line of the Lord's Prayer is that threshold. When Jesus spoke this prayer, he did not speak English. He did not speak Greek, as it appears in later manuscripts. He did not speak Latin. He spoke Aramaic, the language of daily life, the language of family, the language of closeness. This matters because language shapes imagination. It shapes how we see God. It shapes whether we approach him cautiously or confidently, whether we approach him as distant authority or present relationship. Yeshua begins not with prayer. Yeshua begins not with power, but with address. Our Father. That opening word, our, already places us somewhere different. Prayer is not an individual performance. It is not a private spiritual transaction. But before you say, give us, you say, our. Which means prayer dissolves isolation before it addresses the need. It reminds us that we do not approach God as spiritual freelancers. We approach him together, even when alone. And then comes Father. In Aramaic, the word is closely related to Abba. This is not childish language. It is not casual speech. It is the word of belonging. It carries trust without presumption, closeness without disrespect, confidence without demand. It is the word used by someone who knows they are not a guest. And then Yeshua adds the phrase that preserves balance: who art in heaven. This does not create distance. It establishes distinction. God is near, but he is not common. God is accessible, but he is not manageable. Heaven is biblical language, refers to authority, rule, and divine order. Jesus is teaching us that the God we approach is intimate, but not small. This is when modern prayer often collapses. We either imagine God as unreachable or overly familiar. Jesus refuses both. He brings intimacy and transcendence together. And then comes the phrase that seals the threshold: hallowed be thy name. This is not praise for praise's sake. It is recognition of weight. To hallow something is to treat it as consequential. Jesus teaches us that before we ask God to act, we acknowledge who he is. Prayer begins with alignment, not request. This opening line does not change God. It changes the one praying. It relocates us. It places us inside relationship, under authority, and within reference. Only then does the prayer move forward, because everything else, provision, forgiveness, guidance, depends on how we understand who God is. If you misidentify God, you will misunderstand prayer. This is why Jesus begins here, not with urgency, not with anxiety, but with orientation. So today we stop at the doorway. We do not rush through. We stand there. Our Father, who art in heaven. If you say nothing else in prayer today, but you say this with awareness, you have already entered correctly. You are not begging. You are not approaching. You are not outside. You are included. And in the next video, we will move forward carefully into what it means for God's name to be hallowed. But for now, pause, Selah. Let the thresholds do its work. Jesus, Yeshua, did not teach this prayer to impress God. He taught it to free us. Thank you for your time, and ciao for now. I choose the call.